General wood will be welcomed. I was wondering if I should use jungle wood since it's in a jungle biome, but I don't think it matters too much because everyone might find some sort of a cave in whichever biome they are. Just gonna... I don't want to change the cave up too much because the whole point of it is to keep the natural look of it. And I reckon we're gonna get started with a house. So, I think maybe... I'm thinking spruce. I always like spruce. Moss is definitely an option because, I mean, if we're talking caves, come on, moss has to be there. Yeah, I see. Sword chamber that has any type of sword, almost like an armory type thing. We can do that too. Alright, I'm gonna need some logs. Oh, spruce log right here, nice. And we're gonna need farms, of course. Definitely gonna need some farms. Gotta get that dirt out. Alright, I reckon we're just gonna start with where should we build the house? Like, just a basic outline first. You guys think the house should be in this corner? It feels the most protected because it's like the deepest part. It feels cozy, right? Oh, Finn. That made you happy. I'm glad. I think I'm gonna go with this corner. I have an idea of what I want to do, just not... I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it. We should build the entrance first and go from there. Well, what do you guys think we should do with the entrance then? I feel like something natural, perhaps some supports with spruce. Can definitely use different stone types because they're quite easy to get. You just have to smelt them and then you have them. Radstone? You mean redstone? No, I'm allergic. Alright, what blocks are we going to use for the entrance? Perhaps some stone bricks? Hey, what's happening? My game is minimizing. You know what? That's a good reminder. I'm going to start recording. Let me know if the stream lags. Everything good? Do we want the entrance to be an entrance to the cave or an entrance in the cave? I like the idea of having it like something here. We could almost make like a pretty cool gate here as well. I think I have an idea here. I'd like to round it out a little bit. We can kind of thicken the walls as we go, but having some sort of a rounded entrance here could be really cool. Perhaps not too perfect, I don't know, just going with an outline and then we can take it from there. Maybe a little bit bigger. What are you guys thinking about that initial shape? Yo, B-Dragon, welcome to the stream. Glad you love it. Yeah, exactly, I see. Redstone scrambles my mind. Completely. Drift, unfortunately not. But I do plan on having build-alongs in the future as soon as we can just get like a server thing set up and going. Then that would be really cool. Having a genuine build-along with viewers. That would be so cool. Try a wood frame with glass. I was thinking about using wood columns in here. I think that could be pretty cool. Did I not get stone bricks out? Oh, I did. They're over here. Use some stairs, slabs, and vines for the entrance. I like it, I like it, I like it. I'd like to use a few of these like proper blocks, perhaps around here. We can also get cracked stone bricks. Not infested. Just for some additional texture. See, now this has to be survival friendly. You can do this in survival. Just gonna need to put a little bit of effort into smelting some stone, but I don't know, I've done that. It doesn't feel like the end of the world to have to smelt some stone. The cobblestone texture is a bit darker, so I'm wondering what will happen if we use that for a little bit of shading. Kind of like in here. Over there like so. Not looking too bad. Can also work some andesite in. Can we use blackstone? You want blackstone for the entrance? Oh dude, I'm really liking this. Alright, now my question is, where do the columns go? These spruce columns. How can we build this in the best possible way? I'm just going to build a few going up here just so that we can see how it looks. And then we can always make adjustments afterwards. Obviously that's a very hard transition there, so maybe a few trapdoors here. Nope. I feel like it has to go in behind. They just need to be supporting. I don't know, what are your thoughts on the columns? What about wood? I mean, I'm using wood now. Yo, wait, let me get the stairs and the slabs going as well for a little bit more depth. Pretty flat. Am I going to add something that sticks out? Well, I mean, I want to make it as simple as possible, but let's see what we can do. Hold on, that's a little too perfect. Can use these to add a little bit more curvature to it. Nah, that's too round and the textures are too much the same on that. Yeah, I mean, I like that shape more. I was thinking about even using some iron bars perhaps, but that's going to be really expensive if we use iron bars here. One more on the left. Yep, we'll get to that. Let me do that now. Maybe I could also give it a different line here, kind of like over here. Somewhere like so. By a different line, I mean like offset it from this one. Put it one block this way. Just to make it a little bit more rustic, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's part of it. Now it just feels like a support beam. Actually, you know what? I don't think it needs columns because we are using that whole arch technique. And the whole point of an arch is to have strength on its own, right? Yeah, so I just want to keep this nice and simple. But we're going to need to build this part up over here to obviously so that it makes sense. I'll use some cobble in here just to pull that up. And then a few stairs around here just to, I don't know, bring it together a little bit. That can be the column on its own. I'm wondering, do we need anything to actually close here? Like, you want it to be safe, but if you just light the area around it up, then that'll be good. Maybe terraform the grass as well, as you did to the rock above. I was thinking about that as well right now. We'll do that. Let me get some of that moss out. You already know we're going to be using moss. Yo, Drip, thank you very much. Thanks for the sub. Hope you have a good time. Take care, bud. Thanks, Finn. Yeah, we hit the big 70,000, I think overnight at some point. Yep. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Almost at that 100k mark. Then we get a play button. Can't wait for that play button. How should we terraform this now? Yo, this grass is looking so vibrant in this biome. Perhaps we use more rocks around, like rock type blocks around here. Actually, but I need normal stone. I can get that just by doing this. Because it's the entrance. And we could also use wood here. I mean, I could try icy. That's definitely something that I should improve on. I just keep putting it off. Most efficient way to spread moss. Oh yeah, look at that. That already looks so much more luscious. That's maybe something the top area is also missing. A little bit of moss in here. Does this work? That does not work. Just a little bit of moss all around, some vines. I could include some mossy cobble in here. Ayo Kato, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Terraforming. 4 years? What's up with 4 years? Don't forget my favorite pebbles button. Good point, good point. Oh, nice, nice speed. Alright, let's get them buttons. And I'm thinking about using a little bit of coarse dirt in the floor there as well. But I'm getting that inventory problem where it's just super full. Let's get that coarse dirt out. Perhaps some gravel andesite. We haven't really used andesite here, which is definitely something we can do. That just creates a little bit more of a path. I really like the usage of coarse dirt. I feel like it's very underrated. Alright, can add in some andesite around here. This is going to be very difficult to get to in survival, but it is manageable if you're willing to put that little bit of effort in. Worst case scenario, you really don't have to do all of this in your general survival world, but I really want to make it look nice. What we can do is use some spruce fences all around here, just to add in a few supports. Even if it does look a little rough around the edges. I quite like that. And then perhaps even hang some lanterns from fences here. Opinions on diorite? I think it can be really cool. It depends on what you use it in. I think it receives an unnecessary amount of hate. I don't know what you guys think about this. I don't really want to use chains because that's expensive. I get that. I mean, you're already using iron on the lanterns, so chains is just going to send it overboard. I don't know if I like that. Maybe we can use a different block, kind of like the stairs. Nope. Maybe we just hang them from here. I don't know. Yeah, I doubt I'll use diorite here. Use leaves next to the moss. That's a great idea. I'm going to use a mixture of normal leaves and flowering azalea leaves. I love the vibrance that the color in the flowering azaleas bring out. Yo, I can't... Oh, there's a carpet there. Perhaps some leaves over here. Another carpet. Ooh, leaves around here might be good. Something like that. The leaves do so much. They really add a lot to it. That entrance is not looking bad. Yo, that entrance is looking good. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the entrance right now. Now we can get started on... I think we just start with a house in here. I've got a few ideas for it, but gonna have to really test it out. I'm thinking about using cobble. Oh wait, do I have stairs, cobble stairs here? No, I don't. Cobble, obviously I'm going to be using glass. If it's too expensive for your survival world, you can just replace it with other sort of windows or things. Perhaps some fences, but I like the glass pane idea. Even just normal glass blocks are pretty cool. Lanterns, yes. Leaves, yes. Yeah, buddy. Yo, Dumantas, welcome. Welcome. Hope you've been having a good day. Alright, I reckon the house we can build in here. That way we can have like a little hidey hole and you can feel even more cozy in here. Could maybe, if you guys are keen on having a secret entrance type thing, you could put that here perhaps and then hide your valuables in there. And nobody has to know. How are they gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. Gonna start with a few columns over here. I don't know if I should take it all the way up to the ceiling. I'm not going to. I actually need a bit of a foundation to work from here. So let me get that foundation built first. We can always add a little bit more realism to it later. I just want to get a foundation to work from now. Now the question is, how big does this house need to be? Not too big because it's a relatively starter house. Maybe add some lush related stuff inside. Yeah, like spore blossoms and vines and things. I think you should use blocks panes, which will attach to the dirt block and maybe look funky. Could try that. Let me just get the outline of this in quick. 5. Actually, wait, I want this 4 high. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, I messed that up. Okay, 3 is quite standard, like so. Okay, so this can be our house. This right here can be our house. Not that big, but that's kind of how I'm keen to have it. Might get started with the roof design a little bit. I want to try something new on this roof design. I want to try to add a little bit more angle to it. It's going to be challenging me quite a bit. But now, you know, let's get the foundation of the, let's get the rest of the house built in first, and then we can get to that later. I'm thinking about using cobble for the walls. Kind of like that. And then we can even texture them a little bit more. And we'll be using a spruce door, just because. Okay, so we've got this so far. And I'm going to connect this to there. I'll be connecting this to here. There can be a nice little window here to make it even more rustic. I don't know if there should be a window there. Yo, my leg is itching. Roofs are the fun part. Yeah, they are. You meant to say don't use panes at the bottom. They might attach to the dirt blocks and look weird. Okay. I do kind of like the panes though. But we can see where it goes, where we take it. We can always just substitute them out. Let me get some trapdoors. I realize this is pretty flat right now. But, I was thinking about using campfires. What do you guys think about campfires in a starter house? There's been a lot of debate about that. A lot of people not liking it. I can get that. Hold on, let me do this. Actually, that's not bad. And I'm gonna go double glass here. New video name, upgrading spruce villager house, pretty much. Strip the log and place oak planks instead of cobble. Could be cool, but then it's gonna be very much the same. Like the same color scheme. Let me get an axe. Get some of that oak out. I actually like the idea of stripping some of them, not all of them. But let's just go with this. We can always replace these blocks later. Dude, I'm running out of inventory space. No! Pains can be a pain sometimes, man. I'm thinking about also making a little bit of a roof there. Hey Mocha, welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time. Stone brick stairs for the roof. I want to use spruce for the roof because it's going to contrast nicely. I want to have like a green living roof in here. And the spruce contrasts quite nicely with that. Perhaps we do use oak. Oak with a spruce. I'm not too sure about this. I think the biggest issue here is that it's completely flat, right? So the ideal thing would have been to do this, but that's not going to work. Maybe we splurge a little and use stone bricks for here. What if we use stone bricks? I mean, that instantly suits the theme a little bit better. And it doesn't have to be purely stone brick, it can be something like that. Hey Xavier, yeah, I'm almost at 71k subs now. We're growing quick. We have a video that's doing pretty well right now, a short. Pretty excited. Just keep the logs. Just stripped it. What? It looks different from the normal logs. What do you guys think about the mixture though? Make a medieval house? For the entrance, the panes might look link with the dirt. That's what I've been trying to say. What do you mean they might link with the dirt? Like, this is actually fine. We can add some more texture underneath here. It's kind of what I'm going for though. A very natural type feel. That needs to go up there. Yeah, that would be fun. One day when the channel really takes off and we start earning money and we can afford to make a server, that'll be first on the priority list. Hey Olivia, welcome to the stream. Good to have you back. Mixture is weird because colors are too different. Well, I mean, I kind of like this. Let's just, you know, let's get the roof going. And then we could perhaps see where we take it from here. The roof has potential to be a little bit of a difficult one. I want to add I don't know how to explain the curve. The curve's going to be quite unnatural or natural. Hold on, let me do something like this. Now, where does this start? Like so? Will this connect up? You betcha it will. Hold on. That has to be like that. Dude, I've forgotten how to build a roof. You know what? I'm not too unhappy with this. Okay, that has to be like that. We're just playing around here a little bit. We'll get it sorted out. I'm just trying to find the curve that I want. That's a little bit too dramatic over there. Perhaps even something like that, but that's a huge roof. This is way too much this side. Curve I'm going for is pretty weird. You didn't miss much, Olivia. We just built the entrance to the cave. Looks pretty cool. I like it quite a lot. The first 10k subs definitely took really long. We've been doing this for like 4 years. We only, to give you some perspective, trying to remember the exact times and things now. Let me just start over with this roof real quick. Start from here. Get the classic sort of shape going. And then we'll work from the classic sort of shape. We were at 26,000 earlier in last year. And we kind of just grew pretty quick after that. Okay, so this is your standard roof shape. But now I want this part to kind of curve like strongly down and then gradually out. I want there to be a little bit more of, I don't know, just variety to it. Something like this. Let's get the filling in and then we can see where we go from there. I want to use moss for the filling. Have a real nice green roof. So we'll place moss in where we can, sort of like this over here. And then we can even use a little bit of cobble in here. It's not coming together quite like I'd like it to, but it's going to be a lot of back and forth to get this right. Kind of like a Japan house. What content? I mean, it's a little bit, I don't know if I can really call it like a Japan house. The content that worked best for us was the building tutorials that we're making, without a doubt. Trying to see how I can... Ooh, I like this idea of it maybe tapering out a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely been the building tutorials, but since we started making shorts and figuring out how to make the shorts, they've really been what's like blown the channel up. Because we got it right to blow up on TikTok quite a bit. We got like 300,000 followers there. We had a very good about 11 million views. And then we just decided, let's just do that on shorts. And it sounds a lot easier than it is because it wasn't working initially. Like, you'd think a video that does well on shorts will do well on TikTok, but not necessarily. I mean, even now, our TikTok videos are getting nothing compared to what our YouTube videos are pulling. It's kind of weird. Hey, the one who asked. Welcome to the stream. Doing fantastic. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm really struggling with this roof. Maybe it is supposed to just stick out a little bit like that. I wish there was a way to have like a moss slab. That would be perfect here. Maybe we pick this up a little. Do something funky like this. My only issue now is these moss blocks over here. I'm not really a big fan of this. Maybe we just stick to the basics here. We could just add stairs here though, to finish that off. And then I don't have a problem with seeing the moss from the bottom there. Filling this up with moss could be pretty cool. What kind of blocks could... Maybe it just needs some bone meal. Because I'm thinking, how can I add depth to this and not have it be so flat? Like a few flowers, I really like that a lot more. It's like the roof is... There is vegetation growing on the roof, which is exactly what I'm going for. And then we just need to do the same thing on this side. Might be a bit more difficult this side though. What do we cover this with? Some good old-fashioned cobblestone? For the pane over there, kind of like that. I like that. Everyone scrolls nowadays, exactly. But it's just, for me, it's funny how inconsistent it is between TikTok, Instagram, and Shorts. Every platform's different, and videos that perform on one don't perform everywhere. Put a little moss carpet on the roof for more textures. Yep. That's what the bone meal's really been helping with. This is normal Minecraft. I'm just using BSL shaders. Yeah, BSL shaders. Yeah, it's just Java Minecraft, sorry. The build isn't going to be completely occupying the cave's full capacity. The point of this build is just to have a little house in the cave here. And then we're going to be building different rooms and sections for everything you might need. So now this is making sense. Now I know where to place this moss. Now it's all coming together. In this place, we need to figure out how to cover that place off. Could just texture it with a few more rocks and things. What if we put moss at the top here as well? Would that be too bad? I think you need the spruce slabs here. Just to add a little bit of structural integrity to it. Yo, welcome Rafay, welcome. You have to buy Minecraft Java. You have to buy it. Oh, we had some some spreadage in here. Okay, I'm just going to texture this wall a little bit and build it all the way down, perhaps even onto the roof. So it looks like the roof was, I don't know, the house is really built into the mountainside. I like the idea quite a lot. Let me get all the blocks I need here quick. Yeah, no, you can't download it for free legally. And as a Minecraft YouTuber, I need to encourage you to do it legally. Okay, there we go. That problem's kind of solved. Need to cover this part up a little bit. And remember, kids, if you're having problems, you can just cover them up. No, you can't. You gotta deal with your problems, kids. Okay, well, I mean, that's the first house sort of a thing done. The whole point of it is to be relatively simple, which I like. Now we can really get to starting to add a few details around here. Thoughts on the house, y'all? Anything you would want to change? Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna use leaves. I keep forgetting the leaves. Oh, I hear you, Bede. Just drinking a sip of water quick. Ooh, I hear you, I see, I hear you. How could we get that to work though? Will the glass connect to a fence? Unfortunately, it won't. The one time I needed to connect to something, it doesn't, man. Maybe we just switch the windows up a little bit. We don't have to follow this window structure. We can even do something like this. What if we do use oak in here? Now we have a face. Really needed to connect to something actually if we're going to use fences. You know what? We could put the stairs around like this. Or we just have a window in the middle. But we could have the window like this. And then we could also put a few trapdoors around here. Well, that's pretty cool, Finn. Oh, thanks, Rafay. Appreciate it. That was a really special message. A really heartfelt one. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, it's been a grind. Alright, cool. Lori Ball. Take care. Thanks for being here. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Thanks, Stillmap. Appreciate it. Corrupt, you want to donate? No! You need your money. Keep your money. I appreciate the sentiment, but... yeah, you really don't need to donate. I don't expect it at all. Okay, now this is... I'm not liking this at all. What can we do for this wall? Suggestions, y'all. We need suggestions. Do stairs at the top and bottom and the panes in the middle. It's just gonna look... ooh... I was gonna say it's just gonna look really flat again, but perhaps we could add texture in it by using different kinds of stairs. And you know what we could build here? As annoying as it may be to some people, we could put a little farm here. I think I'm gonna do that. Where's the stone? I didn't get stone. Oof. We can fix the whole natural look of it later. But I do like the idea of having a farm outside here. Make small holes in the walls of the cave for more texture on the walls. Yes, I like that, Icy. Is that what you suggested earlier? Did I just misunderstand it? You said you should add some animal pens so that you don't have to keep going out to hunt. I like that as well. Alright, let me just build a quick farm here. Clear that absolute disgrace of an inventory. What crops are we going with, y'all? There's only one right answer and I need you to tell me which one it is. It's like the iconic line I always say in the videos. Which crop are we using? Put the flat side of the stairs inside the house. Flat side inside the house. Yep, that is the flat side, no? Or do you mean to turn them the other way around? This way the wall isn't flat. Now we have another face in there. Yeah, Rafay, got it. Wheat because bread. Yo, we actually have a lot of vertical space in here to work with. Is there a central block here? This is really messing with my OCD. This is feeling like a much more survival build just because of the fact that we're really building in a cave. Almost have a perfectly central block. I'm just going to turn this into stone bricks just for the satisfaction of having a perfect farm. Now, you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. Let's get a trapdoor out of here. Cover that water up so that you don't keep falling into it. Place a... you know what? We can use lanterns. If you're building this in survival and you can't afford lanterns, just use torches. I'm just using lanterns now for the aesthetic of it. I really like the way it looks. And wheat because bread. Yo's here. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it very much. Just need about 29 more thousand of those and we'll be at 100k. And to those wondering if the crops will grow in here, they will. They just need a light source. Perhaps not as fast, but they will grow. Thoughts on the farm? I mean, it needs a lot of work around it in terms of like the texturing and stuff. It looks very square, but I think we can fix the walls a little bit. Yeah, I agree with you, Warren Platypus. I'll be doing that. Yo, Christian, thank you very much. Wheat because bread. Yes, sir, you know it. Put some smooth slabs around it. That could be cool. I like that. I do like that quite a lot. And then over here we could maybe have... This isn't a flat block. I was thinking about putting a fence up here. That's perhaps something we could do in the roof somewhere. I mean, sorry, on the walls, just to add a little bit more depth to it. Maybe I just bring this out one more like that. Then we could just add a little bit of a walkway up here. That's starting to make a little bit more sense to me. You know what? Let me go get blocks here. Need them stairs as well. Where did we use stairs? I recall using stairs somewhere. Man, there are gonna be people that are so upset with the expensive blocks we're using. But we want it to look pretty. Okay, I mean, we have some sort of a staircase. We just need a few slabs, perhaps. Just a slab here and there. Okay, it's coming together quite nicely. Use gravel for a walkway. Yo, we could actually use this general path. We could take this entire path through here until the stairs. I like that. Sorry, Rafay, just trying to read your messages. In front of window, you can use a grass block for vegetation. I like that. We can have a little plant there. You should add some animal pens. Yes, we'll be doing that. Hey, that's alright, Titus. No stress. Welcome back, Kato. Hey, Minecraft VRX, welcome to the stream, yo. Alright, let's get started on this here path. Ooh, we could even add moss in it. Let's get a little bit of coarse dirt in here. Don't know if it really makes sense, but I mean, we're going with it anyway. There we go. Now we've got a little bit of a path going here. Let's get some of those leaves in that you guys want. It's going to be looking pretty cool. And I really want to use flower pots, but I feel like they are starting to get to a point where it's a little bit expensive. Can't forget the flowering azalea leaves as well. You remember? You remember Titus from the bread stream? And you know what we could do around here? We could place like a few trapdoors just to keep the vegetation in. But then, why not add a few vines? Oh, glowberries. Glowberries can be like a sneaky way to add some more light as well. Let's get some of them there glowberries in. Don't want to overdo it with the glowberries. I like the fact that there's already a vine in here. Maybe we even add one to the house. I do remember you, VRX. You could add a staircase going down into some cave strip mines. I like that quite a lot. But you know what? We've got the farm. Well, we've got our crop farm here. Let me just build a proper retaining wall. So we've got the crop farm. Now we need a few other things. We can build an animal pen still. We have to build that still. But I'd like to finish off perhaps in the corner. So what are we going to need inside the house? We're going to need storage. We're going to need smelting capabilities. Maybe I could just hollow this out a little bit. Like I said, if you guys are building this in your own worlds and you want to have like a secret vault here with a redstone entrance, by all means go ahead and do that. I'm just going to build this interior now how I kind of want to, how I think it could look cool. Let's just get a little bit more light in here as well. Dude, light's so important. It does so much. Make plants by placing a flower pot with dead bush inside and 2 leaves above it. Yep, but the only issue with that is, aren't flower pots quite expensive? What do you need for flower pots? Clay. That's how we always used to create our plants. And also dead bush. How are you going to get dead bush? Don't you need something special for that? Yo, Purwang. Back from home this time, not at the airport. Welcome, man. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you need brick. Clay is easy. It's just in some rivers. That's fine, but now my next question is the dead bush. How do you get the dead bush? Let me get started on a few other things while you guys debate that in chat. And you know what? I'm going to go for a little bit, something a little bit more over the top here. If you don't have hoppers because they're too expensive, you don't have to use them. That's also fine. You can actually get even more smelting space in. But I think we're going to stick to the spruce kind of feel. Going to get a few of these blocks out. And I'd kind of like to make a little bit of a smelting zone in here. And yeah, you won't be able to call this redstone, but it's definitely more advanced than what I would usually do, even though it's not really advanced at all. It's just kind of sad that I'm calling it advanced. Okay, so we've got our chests over here. Got our hoppers going into the chests. And we've got our furnaces. You can just cover those up. Use a few trapdoors all around here. Actually, you know what, we can even have more leaves here, which could look pretty cool. Yo, Crazy, thanks for subscribing. If y'all are watching the stream and you aren't subscribed, do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't liked the stream and if you're enjoying it, only if you're enjoying it, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. I kind of like that. Wrong stream? How'd you get into the wrong stream? Yo, that's exactly what someone said in the other stream. Many people spawn inside of deserts anyways. Fair point, fair point. Can you make a solo single player house without a farm? I mean, that's what this is supposed to be, kind of, just in a cave. And I am doing a few fancy things, but you can definitely go without. You don't have to do everything exactly as I'm doing it. This is for inspiration. You know, if you don't want to use all these greens, you don't have to. If you don't want to use lanterns, use torches. You don't want hoppers, just use more furnaces. Cheers for bush and brick for pot. Alright, alright. Oh yeah, Finn said wrong stream. See, Finn, I remember what you said. I just may not have remembered that it was you. No, I remember that it was you. For some reason, the name was just not coming to me. Here we could put a few of these in. Could include some stairs over here. And then we need to do a little bit of texturing on the floor here. Also, we need a bit more light in here. Let me get some more like rough blocks. I'm thinking coarse dirt, thinking cobble. And then obviously some moss as well, mixed in between. Yeah, wait, where's my cobble? There it is. Okay, I like the floor a little bit more. Now we can do a few more things over here. What do you guys think we need in here? Okay, we have smelting. We will need storage. Even though this isn't a lot of space, what could we put there? We could put some crafting essentials there. And a blast furnace and a smoker, because the blast furnace works better for ores and the smoker works better for food, if I'm not mistaken. So having the variety might be nice. Just to cover all bases. Right at the entrance though, how do we feel about that? It's not the worst. Place a lantern on top of that stair, I like that already. Shroom lights? Yeah, but shroom lights can be expensive. You have to go to the Nether for shroom lights, that's my only issue with that. Would have been a really good idea. Can I make an easy build next time and small? Well, if I make an easy and small build next time, it's going to be like a 20-minute stream. Would you guys prefer a 20-minute stream and a small and easy build? What happened to the staircase into the mine? I mean, we're getting there. We still have to build quite a few things. I think I'm going to leave this relatively plain. Like up to your imagination for whatever your survival world needs in here. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to do something really quick that I would realistically actually use if I was playing survival. And for me, when it comes to survival, I'm an absolute resource hog. I just store a whole lot of resources. So I would most likely turn this into a storage area. Okay, this is actually quite perfect. Let's see, we're going to do 3 and 3, so that's 6. And we have 3 up there. Okay, I'm going to be building a chest, sort of an area here. I'm going to be covering this with stairs. Let's get the chests in. This is going to be all the storage I'll need for the first few hours of the game. Oh, this is where it gets difficult. Actually, it's fine. How do I place this onto there? Oh, I can place it onto there like that. Nice. I should have probably placed some nicer blocks behind there, but it is what it is. Hey, Water Bottle, welcome to the stream. Good to have you back. Yeah, I don't know about that, Finn. I don't know who has 5 mil subs. Yo, Water Bottle. Appreciate it. One of the top 20 viewers. Alright, how can we make this a little bit more fancy? Could add some more detail around it. Maybe we just frame it. No, I can't frame it over here. We could do something like this though. Yeah, maybe we just frame it on the outside. That's going to give us a little bit more to work with. I do feel like I want to replace all the blocks at the chests there though. No, no problem, Water Bottle. Don't worry about being late. It's all good. Of course you're in top 20 viewers, Rafay. How could you not be there? Do I really not have spruce planks anyway? Alright, let me get rid of these real quick. I'm not going to worry too much about the blocks at the back. I could use some slabs here. That way the chests can still open. Ah, there are my planks. This is maybe a place where I want to use stripped spruce logs. Let me get that axe out. How will the stripped variant look here? We're just going to need some lighting as well. Can't hang it there. I don't know where I'm going with this, y'all. Any suggestions? Please try on bedrock. You can add spruce trapdoors on the side of these logs. I like that. I mean, I'm trying, Rafay. Can I build a maze in the next stream? That sounds quite interesting. You mean like spruce trapdoors all the way along here? This is probably the better way to do it. Ooh, I could do this. Yeah. And then I could put some spruce stairs at the top there. Like so. Now we just need lighting in here. Is there any way we could add lighting dynamically in here? I mean, I'm liking this already. It's quite a lot of storage. But you know what? We really don't need these slabs at the top there. We can just sneak some lighting into the top. It does make that look pretty bad though. Yo, Rafay, taking me back. Taking me back to the good old days. Those shorts. I'm gonna make you a pro builder, just hit the subscribe button. Oh, that's unfortunate to hear, Bede. Losing your world's never fun. That's happened to me as well. All the best to you and your Minecraft playing endeavors. Hope it goes better than the last one. Alright, storage, not looking too bad. We could actually hide a little bit more. You know what, before we add these details, let's hide some more in the walls here. Okay, we can sneak it in over here. And then we can sneak some more in over here. This is just a little bit flat. So we can work that through a little bit as well. Maybe we just build the chests like not so deep in over here. Maybe we build them right here. Just like this. Oh, I forgot to do the walls again. No! I'm gonna do even more this time so that we don't have that ugly background. Like we did that side. Yo, Rafay. Oh, the grobs are just going up, huh? Now I'm glad to hear you guys are happy with the tutorials and they've been helping you. That's exactly why I do what I'm doing. What did we do there? We placed a few stairs over here. I mean, now you can kind of access those chests. Yeah, you can open that. Never mind. Okay, ignore that chest at the top there. We're just going to be going with this. Or we do this. and break those blocks. There's going to be so much storage. This should hold you for a very long time in your world. I hope. Just going to need to break these out. Not much support. Put 2 lamps on top of each other at the... on top of the chest. Like over here. Is that what you meant? Because you said on top of the chest. Okay, I can't have that there. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that we're not going 1 deep here. A little bit of inconsistency, but that's also fine. Can just turn this into a little bit of... Honestly, we can actually add a little bit of texturing to the roof here as well. Don't think we're going to be using any coarse dirt because it might not make complete sense. But it's fine. I just realized the absolute abomination that I've created. It's off center. No. What have I done? You know what, we're doing it because it's less perfect. That's what we're going with. We're just going with the abomination. It is what it is. Oh, Finn, you lost your dog? That's unfortunate, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. I've been there and I know that it's not easy. I grew up with a dog for like... I don't know how long we had them, like 14 years? And losing that dog that you grew up with, that is tough. I actually like the barrels quite a lot. Could maybe even put more barrels in here. More storage. It's important. Yeah, I know it's off center. Yeah, well, I mean, Rafay, that's why I like the idea of the base. I like a base which you can build in a very basic manner, but then you can just expand it and turn it into something more complex as you go. I find a lot of beauty in that. I really love that. It feels like it makes my world a little bit more meaningful. I'm not just going to build something that I'm not going to use. So like if you were to use the space, right? You wouldn't even have to expand into this yet. You could keep it to this little area with your essentials. You don't even need the hoppers. You can just place all your furnaces there. Maybe place a few chests at this wall before we dug it out. And then you'd be good. You have a farm in here. Alright, so I'm quite happy with all of that. It's quite lit up as well. You're not going to have a mob issue in here. Maybe we could do something over here. But I'm quite happy. Now, what are we moving on to next? What should we build next, Joel? Animal pen? Or are we building the mine? Yo, Nash, a good idea is to pile up the barrels. What do you mean by like pile up the barrels? Do you mean like make them in a stack? Like put them... I'm just building it here, for example, but doing something like this. So that it just looks a little bit more authentic. Hey, Gillian. Jillian, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Finn, I am so glad to hear that. Thank you very much. That's an honor. Oh, I should build a campfire zone in the center of the cave. That's going to keep it like the people in here a little warm. That's not a bad idea. Let's do that. Now, I mean, we're going to get to the mines. Where's the bed? All right, fair point, fair point, fair point. Caught me red-handed on stream, alright. The man's not placing the bed. Guys, where do we place the bed? There we have a bed. I don't know about that. That's not bad. I actually like the bed there. That's pretty good. We have a bed. Alright, we're doing a mine. Hay bales under the campfires to make the smoke go up more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, you know what? There's been a few requests for a mine. We're going to do the mine and then we'll get to the campfire zone. Let's get some of our... not stone. Let's get some of our building blocks for the texturing. And I like the idea of using rails, which you can get early if you find a mine shaft. Wait, what do you use? Mine cart. Yeah, I've not played survival Minecraft in so long. Alright, so we need a mine area, which I'd like to maybe build this side. Or do you guys think it should be here? Where should the mine go? Build a sleeping cabin? I mean, we have a bed now. Next armory room. You want to see your swords? How did you... Claire, what? Copied one of the works for your college design and you got 99, almost 100. That's pretty cool. Which one was it? Kato, of course you are. You're here more like one of the most consistent people, in a sense. I mean, I've only had like 5 streams and I've seen you a few times. Build a sleeping shaft cabin, like at a camp? Not sure I get exactly what you mean. Yo, welcome back, water bottle. Please make the next stream on bedrock. I don't even have bedrock. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna build the mine in this one little area we have here. Let's get to it. Would you guys like the nether portal in the mine area again? Let me get a lantern in my offhand just to make sure the lighting's good for you guys. I like the idea of even having like a curve to this. Yo, how cool is that gonna look? We have like a little curve going down here. That could look pretty cool. It's going to need refining. It's definitely going to need refining. And you know what? You can do this as far down as you need to, but I'm just going to do it until here for now, just for the sake of the stream. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going. Let's get a little bit of lighting in here. The mine can go towards the side near the cave entrance. Oh, this side. Okay, cool. I'm glad I built it at the right place. Oh, like with bunk beds. Okay, I hear you, Olivia. Make the nether portal like a sword. I mean, we're building it underground. It's gonna be pretty... It's gonna be pretty cramped for space. I think we will build it maybe in like this wall over here. We can dig out a small little area here for it. Yep. Torch that breaks stone. You already know what it is. Alright, cool. Now let's quickly add a little bit of texturing to this. I think it would be more accurate to use the stone bricks perhaps in the walls and then add like gravel, coarse dirt and those sorts of things on the ground. It would probably make a little bit more sense. And andesite, can't forget the andesite. I don't know why, I just love the use of coarse dirt so much. It looks so good to me. Gravel and coarse dirt, that's the way to go. Shouldn't forget the cobblestone either though. Oh yeah, I have cobblestone here. Nice. Don't want to be banging our heads on there. And then we need stairs. The stairs might be the most difficult part to incorporate. But if we can, it's going to make our lives a lot easier, like when you're actually playing in the world. Not going too bad at the moment. It's just suddenly looking really chunky. I mean, we got the stairs in. It's coming together kind of nicely. Just a little bit of refining that needs to happen, and then we'll be looking good. My favorite hobby. I'll have to give that some thought. Sup, F Darty? Thanks. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. I mean, Rafay, if Claire like changed it up a little bit. If they made it their own and just used it as inspiration, then is that really cheating? The words copying was used though, so that's a little harsh. Okay, this is very stone brick forward. Perhaps more cobblestone in here. How do you guys feel about texturing? I actually really enjoy doing this. Okay, but now it's starting to look very plain again. This is where things start getting fun now. Now we can climb in here with some spruce logs. Perhaps some trapdoors. Actually, even some stairs. Maybe we off-center this as well. Hey Artsy, welcome to the stream. Try to make a trap. That could be cool, but I'm not really a trap guy. Okay, hold on, this needs to go a little higher. I don't know, traps kind of feel like redstone and I'm allergic to redstone. Could put up some supports over there. Where could we use more trapdoors in a proper manner? Okay, we have a little bit of something going on there. Can add another support over here. Actually, what if that is like that? That looks pretty cool. Oh, by the way, you know what else we can do? We can add some logs in here for additional texture. And then we can strip them as well. Not sure how I feel about this one being here. Please build a nether portal room. We can do that. How about we build the sword area in the nether portal room so that it's like your combat zone. You commented on the post where you said if you should keep your vids, voice in the vids. Oh, in the long form videos. Oh, I've actually been getting quite a few comments like that. Go in spectator to see if there are any big caves. I mean, y'all can do that. I'm just here to give you guys like inspiration for it. If you guys want to build to a cave or whatever like that, you can. Alright, nether portal room. Is that what we're doing now? Nether portal room, and then we should also have like a blacksmith zone down here, right? For the ores that you mine. Okay, cool, artsy. Nether portal room idea. Shroom lights are good for nether portal room and soul sand from the soil. Okay, you know what? This for me is justified. We can use like nether blocks in the nether portal room because that makes sense, right? If you have the nether portal, you can go to the nether. It gives you access to those blocks. So that does make sense to me. And instead of making an entire nether portal room, I'm almost thinking about just kind of increasing the size of this one and building the nether portal and all of its things on this side. and then all of the other like blacksmithing, smelting zone things on the other side. And then the strip mine can literally go right in between, right in the middle. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? I like the idea of having it all accessible, and the fact that you don't have to like go through all of these different doors just to get to something. Plus you can see exactly where everything is from the outside. It feels more accessible, just convenient. I like adding torches down here for the mine. It feels more miney, if that makes sense. Please add armor stands, armor room. You just had an idea. Caves coming around here all the way down for the blacksmith room, nether portal room. So yeah, I mean, each cave can be its own, like this little cave here. This is obviously the mine. You can have the mine in here for the strip mine. You have a different cave section for the nether room, and then your armory and stuff like that. By the way, I know there's a lot of new people in the stream. What do you think about the entrance? This was the first thing we did. Okay, that's pushing it a bit far, Artsy. Blackstone, yep. I like the idea of using blackstone, especially at the nether area as well. Okay, let's get the different rooms dug out real quick. This one can go a little bit deeper as well. And then we can start like decorating them and doing those sorts of things. Dude, I need a higher click speed. This must be brutal for you guys to watch the screens moving around so dramatically. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, we can maybe build another cave branching out over here for blacksmith, armory, that sort of thing. Yo Indy, welcome to the stream. You can't use shaders? I mean, hey, you don't have to use shaders. Shaders definitely are nice. But yeah, I played majority of my life without shaders. So now that I have the capability of using them, I'm very, very excited for that. It makes it all look so pretty. And I like using it as well to give people who don't have shaders, don't have access to shaders, just that kind of look to see how it can look. Alright, so we've got a cave there, we've got a cave over here. This cave needs to be lit up a little bit better. And then we can have a cave going kind of down the middle more intuitively towards the miney section. And we can even dig this cave down further. Okay, so this is the mine. So much gravel. And I still want to give it a little bit of curvature. Don't know how much detailing we're going to do in the mine, because this is supposed to... I don't know, I mean... You can figure that out. It's just a mine. Alright. What are we doing first? Nether portal room. What do y'all think? Nether portal room? I'm using BSL shaders, Sade. Strip mine idea. At the end of the strip mine, one block out from the end, there are tons of diamonds. Only one block away from diamonds. Yeah. But I mean, how are you going to see that without x-ray though? It's okay, but add some moss to make it nicer. Fair point. I've actually forgot to add moss in this section over here as well. Get the moss out, get the bone meal out. That's what it was missing. It was missing that little bit of moss. Just needs to be lit up a little bit better. Can you place a moss carpet on, like, let's hypothetically say a lantern? Would this work? Yeah, buddy. Alright, now we have lighting in the floor as well. Nice. Just kind of highlights a few of the zones there. Nether is okay, Nether. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't really do redstone. I'm allergic to the stuff. And a special request for shroom lights was made. Blackstone as well. Need some lava potentially. And then we also need... what do you call that stuff? Crimson Nylium or something? Yes. Okay. I reckon we built the nether portal right at the end here. Alright guys, are you ready for the nether portal noises? Nah, we light that later. Actually wait, it needs to look like the nether is spreading out. Alright, we did this in the last thing. How exactly did we do this to make it look so good? What was all the blocks we used? We used nether brick things as well. I like the idea of having small little formations of these things around. Something like that. Bed or chest room. We've got the bed and chest room sorted out. Spore blossom. Yep, I forgot to add those. Can I do a face reveal? I mean, let's have a look at 100k. Who knows what happens? People gotta subscribe. Netherrack and magma blocks as well. Okay. Yep, that's crucial for the nether. A man-made free could look good near the entrance. What's a free? That's what I'm trying to do, Artsy. Add ancient debris. Wow, you guys are making money there. What is my favorite monkey series? Instead of torches, do magma. I like that. My favorite monkey species. I don't think I have one. I have pretty bad experiences with monkeys. We could have like a lava fountain coming out of there. I've had a baboon in my yard once that escaped from the zoo. I don't know if you guys have ever been close to a baboon, or if you guys know how big a baboon actually is. They are terrifying. They are incredibly strong. You do not want to be near a baboon. Ooh, the roof. Maybe we add a little bit of this, and then we can use slabs for more texture in here. I've actually also been chased by a troop of monkeys before. Yo, what's up, Doodles? You fatally sorry for? I play Java water bottle. Water bottle. I need some slabs. I think in the last stream we also used, what was it? Deep slate in here as like just to add some variety to it. Okay, this is definitely looking quite rough around the edges right now. I think it just needs more red. Initially it needs to be quite strong with a nether look. Oh wait, I placed a block in there. That's my bad. Okay, now it's obviously also just a little bit flat. Does bone meal work on this to add like the nethery sort of things? Yeah, it does. Right, but it just looks flat. So now we need to add a few details to it. Forcing them to make drawings. At least you apologized. Alright, RC, take care. Good luck with your cross country. Don't step funny and mess up your ankle. Enjoy it. You know what? Just for the ambience, I know they don't give off a lot of light. We could use some of these soul lanterns. They really don't give off a lot of light at all. Oof, that's rough. The nether portal will give off some light though. To make it even more dangerous, some more lava in the floor. And you know what? Just to do it. Don't tell anyone, guys. Shh. There's a secret ancient debris there. And you know what? One more over there. Yeah, I mean, if we get a tree right here, that'll be huge and that'll cover everything. Okay, I mean, it's coming together. I don't know what we're going to do at the transition area here. Let's see what it's like when we light it. You know what? Something we can add that was requested in the last stream that we made this was like a sign. A hanging sign warning of danger. Oh, you know what? We could add a door here. Maybe with a little bit of this. A door here could be pretty cool. A door going right into the lava. I don't know if we should close it off that much though. I'm not really liking it. The fact that it's open is quite nice to me. Alright, that's fine, Minecraft VRX. Take care, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Use Crimson sign to match the vibe. Fair point. We're just gonna hang it right in the middle. Danger. Bernie boys. Bernie boy ahead. Now we need some glow ink. There we go. Nothing spells danger like that than it physically being spelt. Have you got diamonds yet? I mean, I'm playing creative, so I can have as many diamonds as I want. Cheers, Minecraft VRX. Take care, bud. Oh, thanks, Fun. Appreciate it, bud. What can we add to the floor here to add, like make it a little bit more dynamic? Oh, that's too solid. That's already doing quite a lot. Alright, so we've got the mine going. I think I want to move that sign though. And I might even just use a normal sign. I don't know, it feels like it's lacking something. Diet red if you want. No. Is there not like red dye? Oh, there is. Okay, that's dangerous. Quite difficult to read, but it does spell danger. Oh, the vines. You could make a trap. A trap has been asked for. Do you plant these on the floor or on the roof? What do they grow off of? Maybe we build it a little bit closer in there. Hopefully that does its thing. Does it grow up or down? I mean, I assume it grows down, right? Right, well, you know what? We're going to leave the lava room as is for now. Now it's time to work on the sword room / armory. Just for fun. This we can definitely make look a little bit more, I won't say refined, We can use like polished blocks in here. Did I misspell Bernie? Does that say Burry? No, it says Bernie. It's a Bernie boy. I think that like it's a little bit too deep in, that's the thing. These caves go a little bit too deep in. Alright, what's the plan for the walls? What can we use in the walls? Deep slate even, perhaps? I don't know about the black stone. The deep slate could look cool. And in general, I like using blue with this. So I think warped is the blue wood, which could look really good in here. Blue and black. Mine the copper. Where's the copper? I mean, just to make y'all happy, it's creative, but you know what? We're mining the copper. There we go, we got the copper. You didn't see that. You didn't see that copper there. There's no copper. Use the classic barrel thingy. What's the classic barrel thingy? Tiles? Deep slate tiles? Ooh, I do like that texture. Alright, we have them ready. Make the walls out of obsidian. Alright, Kato, good luck with repairing your laptop. What's my favorite wood? I'd probably have to go with spruce or oak. Okay, let's just get a few of these blocks in. There was also a request to use obsidian. Obsidian's gonna look too like purple. I prefer the look of like black. Let's get some stairs in here as well. Can't forget the lanterns. I don't exactly know what this is. I'm just busy planning out like the block coloring. Also, I've got cracked deep slate tiles, but I kind of like that. I like this theme for the armory. What do you guys think? I think in terms of an armory, the theme, the color theme of it's looking pretty good. Actually, you know, let's just keep that as is, like so. Alright, Finn, you like it. That's good to hear. Now we can get a different sort of pattern going for the floor. We can build a pattern in the floor. Any thoughts on the floor pattern? We could hang lanterns in each of these like areas. Actually, that's a little bit too frequent. Maybe something like that. Maybe just use blackstone for the floor. Try a bit of variation with the deep slate tiles, like a different texture, like just normal deep slate tiles. We could also get, yeah, just a more, maybe even normal deep slate. Even blackstone perhaps. Deep slate bricks could work. I like deep slate bricks. Just to add a little bit of something in there. Hey Flame Frags, welcome to the stream. Drinking a sip of water. Okay, you guys are asking for redstone. Maybe we can figure that redstone out. Do I like Minecraft? I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Alright. So I need a plan for this room. We're just gonna build a few more compartments here. And then we see what we fill the compartments with. Actually, I know exactly what to fill the compartments with. I've got a pretty good idea for that. Actually, need that above there. Yes, I've got a pretty good idea for how I want to fill these compartments. And I know we have furnaces at the top there, but this can maybe be just for convenience sake of having it close to your mine. Just so that you can come up from the mine, smelt your ores and things. We can place a whole bunch of furnaces in here. Perhaps with some lava running out of here into that hole. And then we can get out some hay bales, campfires. And then we can have like a smelting area right there. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Flame. Appreciate you enjoying the videos. Hey, Minecraft42, welcome to the stream. I should put some andesite patterns on the floor to give it a cave look. I do like that idea, but I mean, I've done that. Let's see. I've done that over just about everywhere here. I made a path kind of with andesite worked into it every here and there. Not that much andesite. But I'm thinking about theming this more for like specific blacksmithing type area. Well, I mean, the whole point of the mining is this is where you're going to go down to mine. This is the mine point right here. Right, but in terms of this, okay, so we have our smelting area. We can maybe put in... Let's think about valuable blocks now for the armory. Actually, I'm thinking armor stand. With a few of these. I know there was a request to put like glass and like a redstone door behind the stuff. To make it look like you have to access your armor. We can do that maybe with more rare armor. But we can just have a few sets of armor here right now. Few different things like so. I don't know what you guys think about that, what we can put next to there. Finn requested a sword, so we can just put an armor frame down there with a nice sword on it. Kind of like so, there you have your sword. So we're building like an armory type of area. I'm actually thinking for the floor, using similar thing of the, like for the background of that. But I want to bring it down maybe a little bit. Oh no, now I have to replace all the blocks underneath here. Oh man, I mistimed that. I'm just going to be placing all of this deep slate in right now, and then we can just change it as we go. We can texture it a little bit. I just want to get a feel for how it's going to look in here. I mean, I'm already starting to like it quite a bit more. I don't know what you guys think. Yeah, I have 2 inventory rows because I used the double hotbar mod. Can I show you the mines part? Alright, well, we haven't formally built that mine yet, but I mean, the mine's just going to be... So I built this down. This is where I went down into the initial start of everything. And the mine, I just built like straight down the middle here. This is where I built the mine. I haven't done anything special for it yet. To the right, there's the nether thing with the nether portal. To the left, it's the armory thing. So something we could do at the mines here is just add a few railways, maybe going down, add some carts, do things like that. Can add diamond armor to match the blue wood type. Can definitely do that, or you could add netherite armor to flex. I actually like this a little bit more. It's giving it more of a structured look, which for your armory could be pretty cool. And it's just giving you more opportunity for valuables, I suppose. Wait, where are the stairs? Alright, we're gonna start including a few more expensive armor types. I think I'm gonna go with 1 diamond and then 1 netherite. And then you already know, actually this sword we might put on the wall. Let's get a netherite sword out. This one I'm going to put on here. Alright, now we just need to get the rest of the floor done. Hold on, I said I want to bring this pot down a little bit. I want there to be a tiny little path going through here. So we might do something like this. Crouch to pose armor, I'm not sure what that even means. Yo, welcome back, Bede. I mean, Flame, just watch the tutorials and you'll eventually be able to build pretty good. I couldn't always build like this. It takes practice, that's all. It's a cliche, but it's 100% true. The more you do it, the better you get. No two ways about it. Press F3 real quick. Why do y'all want me to press F3? What do you want to check out? Can even pause it there if you want. Crouch and interact with armor stands. It's not doing anything, y'all. I'm literally crouching. Hello. I don't know if that's like a bedrock thing. It's only in bedrock. That's unfortunate. Right, shroom lights. I have a pretty cool idea for the shroom lights, since that was a request. Can maybe sneak them in underneath there. Under the armor stands as well. That's lit the room up so much. I love that. Now let's get a few different slabs in here to add some more texture. Already liking the texture a little bit more. Could even add a few of these blocks all around. Could do something like this, and then what could we put on there? Let's act as if someone left their glasses here, their cups. Hello, welcome to the stream. You love how it looks, Christian? When you like it, I'm glad. We're gonna have a second netherite armor set. With, guess what? We're not gonna use a sword here. We're gonna use an axe. Okay, cool. I should have put a shroom light there. Alright, now this wall just needs to be textured a little bit. What are we gonna do with this wall? I know exactly what we could do with this wall. It was a request, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to somehow work in like partially a request, but I'm going to make it a little bit more humane by adding a zombie villager in here. Ooh, an elytra. That's maybe better than... Okay, we got the elytra, y'all. Now it's time to have the zombie villager in here. Oh, by the way, I could have worked in some blackstone. I kind of like what that does. It's a very strong, like, texture, but I really do actually like it. I feel like it adds quite a bit to this. We can get some of that out. We could maybe have like a prison cell for 2 zombie villagers. I don't know what you guys think about that. And we can give them... Do they need water? Do they technically need water? Alright, I'll do that now, Bede. Now this reminds you of an episode of Adventure Time. Is the stream lagging, or is it everyone that's lagging? Let me add some lighting, very subtle lighting. Can I spawn this in from here? Partially. No lag, perfect and smooth tour. Alright, here comes the tour. We're gonna do it right from the outside. Can bump the FOV up a little bit. Alright, so we've got our entrance right over here. Honestly, the entrance is like, it went so quick, but it's a favorite of mine. We've got our crop farm over there. A little path over here. And we've got the house. Actually, I'm going to go to normal FOV. We've got a auto smelting kind of a thing in there. Not like a super optimized one. We've got a few crafting essentials. Got a bed, another little window there going to nothing. And then a huge storage zone. One of my favorite features of the house is that it has like a green roof. Quite a big fan of that. Yo, Mr. X Pro, thanks for subscribing. And then what we did is we started building this little cave over here. We added a few textures, added a few supports. Could even do a little bit more. And then at the right here, we built our nether zone with a nether portal and themed it kind of like the nether. And on the left, we just built a pretty cool armory with prisoners. And yeah, that's pretty much it. At the armory, we put a few swords around, a few cups, even put in a elytra over here. So now you're all caught up. You know what's going on. Let's get back to building, yo. Oh wait, now I need to do the roof. That's what's missing. Let me organize this a little bit. I think I'm gonna replicate what we did on the floor in the roof as well. And then we'll just use, in this middle part when we get down to the mine, it'll just follow this exact same sort of theme of just normal overworld blocks. Okay, we might get a little bit of darkness here now as I destroy some of these lanterns hanging. But hopefully there should be enough light from the lava and from the shroom lights. Just need to drink some water. Yo Dylan, glad to hear it. Thanks for subbing. I'm glad I could earn that sub. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go with purple. Purple is like a really high... Actually, orange is usually like the highest rarity. Sorry, I read Finn's message. And we're gonna name this room after Finn. He requested it. Maybe we should build... Let's build the roof first. Is it just me, or are the blocks kind of looking weird, like rendering out weirdly? The computer's not actually struggling at all. It's just rendering out quite weirdly. We're almost there, y'all. Almost there. Okay, now I can add a few more lanterns around. That should light it up just that little bit more. I like it. Too many lanterns here. Use oak logs and rails for the mine. I like that. I like it. I like it. Okay, you want me to add the elytra to the armor stand and the item frame. Use oak logs and rails for the mines. Okay, I read that. I can just get this out of here, no? Not in creative, I can't. Alright, then we're gonna get an axe and put the axe in there with the item frame. Okay, there we go. The elytra is on the item frame. Also, I think I should use a more appropriate sign for this. Maybe like a warped hanging sign. Oh wait, there's one thing that's missing and that's the glow ink. There we go, Finn's Armory is open for business. Oh, I'm glad I could do that for you, Dylan. I'm just happy you're here and I'm happy that you're participating. It's good to have you here. Alright, armory done, Finn's Armory has been done. Nether area more or less done. Before we can get to the entirety of the mine and actually digging down into it, we are going to have to do a little bit of terraforming around here. Perhaps even making a little bit of utility for the mining area. I think I might need some andesite. Can't go wrong with a few stone bricks as well. And I'm missing cobblestone. Okay, we've got a little bit of a floor going in here. And just for the convenience of it, we might want a few chests here. Alright, Christian, you wanted oak, but so far we've been going with spruce. So I'll meet you halfway and I'll go with spruce. Meeting you halfway. And we've got the chests out. Okay, now we've got a little bit of storage for the mine, like right as you come out of the mine, there's something for you to use there. How can we texture this a little bit of dirt around there. Okay, it's kind of hidden, sneaky storage, but that's could also be the charm of it. Let me just decorate the walls a little bit as well. No problem, Finn, no problem. The music add a nice touch to the stream. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the music. Hope it's at a good level. Yeah, Minecraft, I'm going to be adding a rail, I want to say like a railway system in here. I'm not going to be going into a lot of redstone with it or anything. It's just going to be a relatively basically just for aesthetics. If you guys want to take it further in your own worlds, by all means do that. But yeah, I'm just going to go nice and basic with it. Okay, you know what, that's looking a little bit better now. And you know what this place is missing? I think it definitely could do with some leaves and vines. I just want to do a little bit of organization before we jump into building the next section. Where can I build these? And then we maybe get some lanterns. Just little bushes. The music isn't like a formal playlist. I just went onto music library, and this is like copyright free music. Basically when I use it on YouTube, it auto credits it for me, so I don't have to go and do that in the description. So you can go check all the songs in like previous videos, descriptions and stuff. It's not an official playlist or anything. I just collected it and I'm playing it now. Hey Meme Fish, welcome to the stream. No, I mean, I'm good. I'm good with the music. Right, I am enjoying the leaves quite a bit. Let's add a few vines in as well. I think I did put vines spread off in this world, so we're going to have to make it as like drippy as we want it. And then I think another thing we're missing here, which was recommended earlier, is a little bit of moss. Moss can just take it to the next level. It's already making it look so much more vibrant and green now. I love it. The only issue for me is the transition we have going here. And then we obviously also have to do a little bit of work on the ceiling here. And I reckon I'm going to place cobblestone here, and then in the gaps I'm just going to place andesite. I could also use some slabs in the roof here, just to add a little bit more depth, but for now that's good. I think now we can officially start working on the mine section. And the mine shouldn't take too long. I hear you, Bede. I mean, just play it in the background. Alright, for the mine, going to be using spruce logs as supports. Gives a cool, mysterious vibe. I like it. You know what we could also do? Just before we completely move on, why not add a few cobwebs? Especially where we're not going to be walking. I can't tell you how annoying it is walking into a cobweb. I mean, hey, you guys know what that feels like. Alright, the mine has potential to be a little bit difficult right now. I don't want it to be too steep because I want stairs to be able to come up and down. And I don't think we're going to do too much for the mine because it is a mine. Let me just shape it real quick. I'm already liking this. Let's get the minecart system in. I'm going to use a chest. Minecart with a chest. Actually, first let's add a little bit of terraforming to the ground as well. Coarse dirt carries all the weight here. It looks so good. That's one block I would not be able to go without. This and moss. Don't want to use too much of it in the walls. I still want it to kind of make sense. But even just a little bit of texturing like that's gone a really long way. You play mobile a lot? Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you can do that. Like get an adapter and plug your keyboard and mouse and stuff in your phone. Ooh, that's a good idea with the TNT. Y'all want to do a little bit of an experiment? Is it a little bit of experimenting time? Okay, now we just need a natural point for this to lead to. This could actually come to our chests here. I like that quite a lot. It makes sense now, right? You send resources up, you've got your storage. Yeah, course is insane for parts. Alright, here we go with the TNT. Five TNT should be fine. I wonder how much of this is going to get blown up. It's explosion time. Alright, not too much damage. Quite natural. Let me get some light in here for y'all. That sure does give it a natural look. And we can just take this mine cart all the way down to here. Let's add another one there just because. You can't ride the chest minecart. Alright, well, I mean, you could... Look, realistically, I'm not going to use this. I've just built this for lore. So you could definitely have a normal minecart there instead of the chest. By all means. It would make more sense. Let me just get some stairs to make it a little bit more accessible. Should have maybe grabbed some cobble stairs as well. Alright, it's not going to be that accessible with the stairs, but it adds something. I don't think I'm going to go into too much depth and detail here, right? Because it's literally a mine. You just go and you dig. So, I mean, the mine entrance for me is the most important part. That looks pretty cool right there. Nice, Dylan. There's a part in the track that doesn't connect. Oh, over here, I see. There we go, now it connects. Alright, cool beans. So, in terms of the mine, I think I'm done. Actually, we could definitely add a few supports around. Just every here and there. And then we need something to just cover that up. Maybe a little bit more lighting. A few fences can go a long way. Cobwebs as well. Don't sleep on the barrels. The occasional barrel can look pretty good as well. Nope, that cobweb is gonna get people stuck. Okay, I feel like this needs something over here. Okay, cool, we've got our mine. Remove the cart paths and make it look broken, so you have a survival world. I mean, look, you could do... Whoever wants to build this, you can build it. I mean... There was a special request for the path, so I'm just going to leave the path in here. Let me just make it a little bit more realistic and add some activator, no, powered rails. And then, what do you need, like a redstone torch to power them? Do you need a redstone torch to power them, or will they just automatically power? You could also put redstone blocks there, right? Lanterns on top of a fence, not connected to any other block. I hear you, I hear you. They're just going to be connected to everything. I do like it though. There's definitely a chance for like one over there. Maybe not so in the center. Even if it is connected, it's not bad. Like, that's still good. It looks like a little lamp, like a lamppost. Alright, but in terms of the mine, I'm going to call it for the mine over there. So we've got the Nether, we've got the mine, we've got the armory, we've got Finn's armory. We've got this beautiful little section going down here. Now we have one more place to work with, essentially, in the cave. And that is probably going to be to build an animal pen. Yeah, Rafay, we making progress, bro. Use a lever with a planter on top. What do you mean by a planter? Like a pot? Flower pot. A lantern? No, it won't even place. However... Oh, we can't even hang it down from there. That's unfortunate. It'd be cool if we could have hung it there. I don't think we can hang a chain from there, can we? Can hang a chain from there. That could be a decent little lighting detail. If you really want to. And then you could maybe... Wait, can you place an item frame behind there? You can place an item frame behind there. I don't know if that makes a bit more sense. Alright, y'all, it's animal pen time. Do we want to keep animals in here? Is that like safe? Is that a good idea? Oh, we should have goats in here. I do like the idea of having animals in like the... kind of a little bit elevated. Yo, that's so beautiful. A little elevated in a little hidey hole here. Now I just want to make this look a little bit more natural. I should have used that TNT technique. And then obviously a lot of grass and moss. You don't have to keep the... I mean, I like the leather thing. I like the idea of the detail. I might use it a little bit all over the base. I think it's pretty cool. It adds a little bit of story to it. I think one of the best things Mojang could have done is allow the chain to connect to the lever. I'm super glad, Rafay. That's what I'm shooting for here. Did it not work without the chain? Oh, I mean, actually, wait, I think it will work without the chain. Oh, not that. No, it doesn't work without the chain, actually. That's unfortunate. You need the chain. Maybe a crop stash with horses and cows? Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. I mean, we have crops here. How about hay bales instead? Let's get grass and moss. Maybe mainly moss, because that's going to be a lot easier to just bone meal. And then we can have glowberries inside here. Obviously going to need some fences to keep them in. This is suddenly feeling very cramped. That's a little bit better. Interesting, I don't think that'll spread onto the dripstone. This is not a bad place for some coarse dirt. You know, my spelling. Try putting it underneath, but your cursor on the lever when you place it. You want me to add a sniffer? Alright, we'll add a sniffer. We can get a sniffer in. Let's just make this a bit bigger. Sorry for that. I don't know if that hurt your ears or anything. I just bumped the mic. And we'll also need some lighting in here. Yo, the computer is starting to labor a bit more. I wonder if it's the moss. I genuinely wonder if the moss has been doing that. Also, the glowberries are doing work. Any of the sniffer related plants look cool. What do you even call those again? Torch flower and... I mean, obviously it's gonna look cool, dude. It looks pretty cool. Right, we'll get a variety of animals in here. And by that I mean cow, sniffer and goats. Just because we are on a mountain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You saw nothing. Dude, why are sniffers so big? Please don't tell me these goats are gonna charge me right here. Did I close that? Nope. Would you mind coming in here, sir? Thank you. The sniffer better not suffocate again. Right, well, we've got a pretty neat little animal pen. I reckon a little bit more moss can look cool with some vines. Maybe the moss crawling up the walls a little bit here, that could be kind of nice. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Goat. No! It's all falling apart. Ooh, we need some glowberries here. Nice, we've got a little animal pen. I mean, I'm quite happy with that. Oh, I forgot the vines. Why do sniffers always sound so sad? Kid named it. You love it? Yo, avocado pudding. Welcome to the stream. You think the lever lantern hack will work if you have the lever going down and you stand underneath it and crouch and place the lantern? They're tired of sniffing. I can imagine that. Okay, so there, go underneath, crouch and place. Okay, wait, my head's in the way. No, I mean, it's not working. Like, I'm placing literally anywhere around it. I'm touching like the bottom. It doesn't want to. Nice, Finn. I mean, hey, we tried. But that's not a bad hack. I might actually do that a little bit more. I might hang one right over here. Now, you see, that has to go down first. Don't want to destroy any crops. It's a pretty nice hack. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, you know what? This is the essentials. There's actually something we are missing. There's something we're missing, y'all. And I think the best place to put it is right here. A massive chandelier from the in the main room. That could be cool. That could be really nice. Can't forget the bookshelf. The enchanting area. Okay, this is looking very plain right now, but it is included. You know what? We are missing one thing as well, and that's some spore blossoms all around. Sneak another one in there. Can always sneak some pretty flowers in over here. Ooh, a potion brewing area. We still need to do that, don't we? You know what? The armory would have been the best place to do that. Also, I should name tag these guys, otherwise they're going to despawn. We should actually do a brewing kind of thing in the armory here. I could break one of these things out and add a brewing station. Wait, what? Why can't I type?
Narrator. Narrates all.
No. How do I...
Narrator. Narrator. Narrator.
What's going on? It's not letting me type. Do I need levels? Yeah, more isn't always better. Gotta build this in your creative world? I mean, hey, if you do, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I hear you, avocado. I'm trying to type, dude. It won't let me type. Like, my keyboard's working. Do I need levels? Oh my, I'm so sorry. That is so sad. Just for that, we'll go and be dragon. This is not a passive-aggressive message, it's just in memory. You are now a prisoner in one of these cells. You're actually in both cells. Oh yeah. I also need to add a grindstone around here. Barrels, grindstones. Let's also just get the brewing stand out before we forget. I've actually got something I want to go with instead of a cauldron. Then this is actually another perfect opportunity to build a little lighting detail. Sneak the grindstone in over there. I actually like that. It's kind of like the nether is creeping through. Kind of cool. No, you didn't do anything bad. Yo, Sushi, welcome to the stream, bud. Not gonna lie, this is kind of low effort enchanting place. We have built a pretty cool one in the last, not the last stream, but in the underground base stream. But I guess the job done though. Hold on, will this actually be enough levels? It won't be. We need to add a few more books in. How many do we still need after that? Okay, we've got 30 now. Can add the barrel over here. We can add some ancient debris, it might make it look better. There's some ancient debris right there. Yeah, we still got the cool Finn's armory. You got it right there, bud. Alright, so I'm gonna break one of these armor stands down. And then I actually need some deep slate stairs. Gonna go with the tiles. And by using water in here, I think you get like an unlimited amount, right? So now you have like a brewery area. To be fair, you might need 2 though. I did not mean to do that. Then maybe a barrel here. Barrel could be cool with a lantern on top. Cool, then we have a nice little brewing area. Yeah, I mean, it's just for remembering you. Yeah, in remembrance of you. Don't read too deeply into the fact that you're a zombie villager. I mean, you know what? How about we do this? Alright, this is Finn's army, so here's what we're gonna do. Can we rename this guy? Okay, it's Finn's armory. Finn's the zombie villager. And then over here we're gonna have Bee Dragon. What did I do to be honored in this way? You can add shields in the armory. Ooh. How should I add the shields though? Okay, there we go. We have Beat Dragon. And we have Fun. Nah, you're not burning, bro. You're good. The shields can go in the item frames. Not a bad idea. Let's get a glowing item frame. Could even put them on the walls. Yo, I actually like that. And you know what? We can put like a lever here. Just to make it look like there is a way to escape. And I think what could be cool there is to add some more lava. You don't want to get cold, you know? That's great to hear, Bede. Great to hear. Yeah, he got burned to death and he still loves the stream. Man's not taking anything personal. You know what, and with this whole thing that we've been doing here, I almost feel like it's completely transitioned, like it's transitioning nicer in between. Might just need a few different walls here. Just to add a little something here. Barrel could be cool. It's actually adding a pretty nice transition. You can add some more campfires with the lava near the Nether. That's a good idea. Alright, great to hear, Worn Platypus. I'm glad you loved it. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck on your future endeavors. Hope to see you in a future stream as well. Take care. There we go. Now we've got some smokiness going through there. That's like also the perfect amount of smokiness. Don't know if I want to do it at all the lava. Actually, why not? It's getting steamy. One platypus is your friend. Nice, guys. When do you... when's my next stream? Possibly on Tuesday. I try to get one in during the week, either on a Tuesday or a Thursday, or I do... And then... Sorry, not or. It's either on Tuesday or Thursday. And then I also do one on the weekend, usually on Saturday. Yeah, well, Finn, I mean... You can't have the best of both worlds, bud. You got the armory, so now you're a zombie villager. This needs a little bit of lighting over here. Where can I add lighting? Just in there. Alright, avocado pudding, take care, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, fellas, and you know what? We've gotten all the essentials done. We've got brewing, enchanting, storage, sleeping, farms, armory. I don't know if I've missed anything. A mine. I mean, we've done everything, yo. Yo, servant, you just made it. Yes, I mean... okay. I was going to call it, but I realized I forgot about the one feature that was really requested. Let's get that done before we just end the stream. Little campfire area. I need to show you my survival. What survival? I don't have it like a survival world. I mean, I do, but I don't really play in it. It's just for the other stream that I did. Right, what were the requests again for the campfire area? I remember hearing something about a few hay bales around. We can have barrels, a few fences. Was there a request for a horse? Oh wait, that was in the animal pen. Don't ask me why there are hay bales right next to a torch, right next to a campfire. But that's how we do things here. Yeah, you made it last second. Yeah, I only bowled. I mean, I would like to have a survival world that I play through on stream. But I don't know if it's going to be as interesting as just doing creative builds. No chandelier. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to get there in a survival world, but what are you thinking about using for the chandelier? We can get a foundation out of stone, cobble, stone bricks, that sort of a thing. And we could work it down just a little bit. Yeah, what is the song that's playing? It's like focus music. I realize I'm just about covering all the texturing I did with the cobblestone. Kind of like the idea that we're going with here though. Almost like a big spike coming down from the roof. With a few different textures around as well. Ooh, I have an idea. When in doubt, use chains. This turned out as a pretty standard survival starter thing, and it moved away from there so quickly. The beauty about this is having them at different heights. It's gonna make it look so good. Try to use the dripstone to make stalagmites. Could do that. Just need to make sure it makes sense where we use it though. Anywhere where there's not a chain, I might add some dripstone. Or do you mean like the physical block? Now comes the pain of having to put the lanterns at the end of all of these chains. But yeah, the whole point of this base was like, it doesn't have to be super refined. Not everything has to be textured. It's supposed to be buildable in your survival world in a sense, if you're willing to put enough effort in. Oh, but from anywhere in the ceiling. I mean, it's not bad on the chandelier. We have some kind of a chandelier in there. I would have liked to use end rods, but they're way too advanced. Thoughts on the chandelier? Perhaps too much lighting? It good? You happy? Let's get some of that just dripstone block out. Maybe we can make some stalagmites. Stalagmites, stalactites, stalagmite? Is this the kind of idea you had? Oh, thanks, Pi. Appreciate it. Alright, guys. Okay, good to hear, Bead. Here's what I'm gonna do. Before we conclude the stream, I'm gonna give everyone that's here a quick tour. Just gonna go into normal FOV. And we're just gonna have a quick little fly through. The entrance for me is one of the highlights. It just looks so nice to me. Like, I can't get over that. I like the simplicity of the little house that you live out of. It gives a real starter kind of feel to it. Corrupted Finn, I built a little campfire here and I built your armory. What do you still need? Oh snap, I see Servant said add some andesite. I mean, I have added andesite around. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but I don't know if it's really going to get views though. We've tried doing cinematic things in the past and they haven't really performed as well as we would have liked to. Yeah, but I mean, the beauty about this house for me, right, is that it's relatively small, but as soon as you come in here, there's potential to dig it deeper and deeper and to expand. And I mean, look at all of that storage you fit into such a small area. It's perfect. A few auto smelters. I love it. Oh no, we lost the sniffer and the cows. We've just got the goats left. Oh no, wait, we have some cows. Both cows are stuck there. That is peculiar. Still off center, you know it. You don't do this just yourself? What do you mean? Y'all helped me all along the way. Right, now we've got this cool little pathway coming down here. We've got a nice little mine area that can literally go as deep as you wanted to. If you wanted to get into fancy redstone stuff, you could even make those TNT cannons like auto mining thing. And then some convenient storage for it. We've got a little nether zone with the nether creeping out. Obviously an enchanting area right over here. It can be detailed a little bit more, but it gets the job done. And we've got Finn's armory. We've got a whole bunch of gear, a whole bunch of more smelting facilities, a brewing zone right here. That's what I wanted to get to. And then we've got Finn and Bee Dragon. Hey Darshil. I hope I said that right. Darshil? Darshil is cool. Welcome to the stream, bud. No, I don't. Actually, not hiring anyone. We aren't doing nearly well enough with YouTube yet. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I've been doing this like full time. But I'm really living off of the bare minimum right now. Things are really tight. Like it's struggling. It looks good, we're growing, but I mean, it's still a grind. So not even nearly close to a point where we can hire anyone yet. That would be nice because obviously I wouldn't want to edit as much as I currently am editing. I would like to prefer to spend more time on content creation, but I mean, it is what it is. And then courtesy of Bead, I love this detail of the lantern, the lever, chain and lantern. That's pretty cool. Yo, thanks Finn, appreciate it, bud. If you guys haven't liked the stream yet, please do me a solid and leave the like. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I appreciate every single one of you that was here today, that contributed in chat, that helped, that spent some time with me. It was really awesome. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. Thank you very much, guys.